Guys, I think I found out how Epic can make OG Fortnite perfect again and keep the entire community happy for years to come. Yo, what's going on, guys? My name is Tricky. If you haven't already, use code TRICKYS, TRICKYS in the Fortnite item shop. Also, join the Discord down below for almost daily giveaways. Guys, I think you know this already, but OG Fortnite has a huge problem right now. Their player counts have dropped. It seems like not as many people are interested, even with the nostalgia. It's kind of wild because it does feel a lot like OG Fortnite, but there are some problems that Epic needs to work out. I have an entire list here that I wrote down on what would make OG Fortnite perfect, and honestly, I don't agree with most of these things that I put on this list, but I know it will make the community happy equally without damaging the entire player base. I've mentioned this in some of my previous videos, so this is going to be all of those videos combined into one. But I didn't really go over the specifics, and that's what this video will be about. So first off, to kick it off, we need a third full OG game mode. Honestly, as you know, both the game modes right now are just super sweaty, zero build and build. Players that are coming back will not even be able to make it to top 50, and have expressed that in my Discord solely because obviously they haven't touched the game in 7 years, and the people that have been on the game for almost 7 years just playing consistently, they're just going to absolutely destroy these players, which really sucks. Now, what we need to include in this third OG mode, number one is SBMM. SBMM needs to be in this mode just because the players are absolutely insane that would be in this mode, along with OG movement. A lot of people don't agree with this, a lot of people do agree with this, but OG movement needs to be in this third mode. The map is made for slower paced gameplay. It's absolutely insane that they didn't bring back this movement. No sprinting, no sliding, no mantling, just keeping it running and walking. That's all there needs to be, because the map is made for slow paced gameplay. You know, you build a fort, you don't get pushed by someone that is sprinting, mantling. So it's just outrageous, the movement right now. So that's the first thing that needs to be added to this game mode. Another thing is turning crossplay on or off. Now, there's been a lot of speculation that this will destroy lobby queues, completely hurt it. But what you don't understand is, yes, it will split a little bit of the player base, but more people will come back to the game solely because of these additions being added for crossplay. The next thing I want to get into is turbo building. If you don't know what turbo building is, it's basically when you click your mouse, turbo building on, you just hold down and it infinitely places builds. And I actually did a test in a mode called Rewind Royale with turbo building off, and honestly, I enjoyed the game much more. I played way more passively. I didn't push players as much, solely because I wasn't as confident in my building. So having the selection with turbo building on or off paired with the crossplay would just be outstanding, because it gives players selection. That's what they need, is selection, and that's what they have wanted for the past year and a half since the last game mode release. If you don't know, last year's OG was just nuts. It was such a fun time, and it's because we had a lot of OG movement paired with SBMM, and most of the good players just went and play ranked. So that's the next thing I want to get into, is ranked. Now, ranked is very tough right now. So I'll play ranked, right? And I'll hit Unreal, but I just don't have any intention to keep playing ranked. A lot of the community thinks they need to add Arena back, and honestly, I stand with their opinion. Arena is so much better in so many different ways because you actually have a visual representation of what you're getting in the game. So you know, okay, I need 5 kills to rank up and also a win, just like in a tournament. But ranked, it's all randomized, and it really does suck playing ranked, because once you hit Unreal, there's really no reason to grind except if you want to be top 100 or top 10. But Arena, you just grind points, and every, 5,000, 10,000 points is a milestone. And Arena was added as well in Chapter 1 of Fortnite, so it would make sense to have Arena in the game. Next thing I want to get into is no bots. A third OG mode, if they were to add it back, there needs to be 0 bots. Personally, they can keep bots in the main game mode and keep everything the same in the main game mode for players like me who want to flip-flop from Chapter 6 to OG. I understand why they want to keep the movement in, but just give us the old movement in the other game mode to keep other players coming back happy, because they're used to that. It's like bringing back Call of Duty Black Ops 2 and making it Call of Duty Black Ops 3 movement. It's two completely different movement styles, and honestly, it is false marketing. The next thing I want to get into is the item icons. I think this is pretty self-explanatory. They advertise an OG game mode. They should have brought back all of the OG item icons. It's really not that hard. I've talked to some people that do coding. You just throw it in. It's not that hard. It takes them maybe 30 minutes, if that. That's giving them more time. Like, it's not that hard. So just bring back all the OG item icons. Like, where is the purple tack? Where is the OG gold bolt and the OG purple bolt? It's just insane to me that Epic didn't add these items. And honestly, I think the reason why is a lot of these larger creators aren't speaking on this. It's not that big of a deal to them because they have such a good relationship with Epic and they want to keep that. So they just follow in Epic's footsteps and they don't express their feelings at all. Now, one of the next things is the OG graphics. I do think that it is possible for Epic to create everything OG for the graphics. OG blur, OG visuals. This should be in the third game mode as well. You need a setting that reverts all of the OG graphics to the original visuals. I'm talking gun models. I'm talking the skybox. I'm talking the grass, down to the minute detail. And it wouldn't be that hard for Epic to add this. It could be called retro graphics, retro OG graphics, something like that. But creating this third game mode as well, that just gave me an idea. Call it retro OG. This could be the third game mode. The last thing that I want to get into is something that so many people have talked about, and this is going to be the biggest thing for Fortnite. If you don't know, back in the day, Fortnite was very festive with everything. With their Fortnite Mirrors updates, their Winterfest, the summer updates. It was outstanding the way that Fortnite handled these. And I will say this, Fortnite Mirrors this year in October was so much fun. I enjoyed it a lot. There was new people that came onto Epic and helped them out, basically create Fortnite Mirrors, and it was just such a fun month. I hope they do the same thing with Winterfest. I do think that the OG mode should have all of the original items, such as the lights on the bushes, the snowball launcher, and maybe add some new stuff. Like, what if the supply crates had Santa in the air delivering presents from the sky? That was actually a speculation back in the original OG, that Santa would come and just drop supply crates. It'd be cool if Epic was like, oh, the community really wanted this back in the day. It would be cool if we added this in, because it would show that Epic listened to people. It would be so cool if Epic did this. Also, the skins need to be remastered. They did a very good job in the OG pass, in my opinion. I do think that the Christmas skins, it would be cool to see a different style gingerbread skin. Maybe get like a Skull Trooper gingerbread skin. That would be so cool. But just have different remastered skins. The community isn't going to be angry at Epic for recycling skins if it's not in the OG pass. Just put it in the item shop. I 100% would buy more remastered skins. Okay, so let's go over this again. A third full OG game mode with no bots. Bring back all of the OG item icons. OG graphics settings will be reverted to all OG visuals. You can select that. Call it retro graphics. The OG movement, since obviously the map is made for slower paced gameplay, so people can like build forts without getting mantled on, slided on, sprinted on. It's just simple. Simple, keep it simple. That's what OG Fortnite is. It's just simple, dude. Also, you can have the selection to turn crossplay on or off, and intertwined with that will be turbo building on or off, so it's a selection on or off. And I want y'all to understand, this will not affect lobby queues. There will be millions of people on, especially if they add this. People will be so much happier. So if they added this, it would not affect lobby queues, and if it did, it would be by 30 seconds. Like, come on, would you rather wait 30 more seconds or a minute longer to have a better game mode where you have a choice to play what you want? Or do you want what we have right now, which I can tell that a lot of the community isn't happy with? Also, SBMM, skill-based matchmaking, that needs to be back in the game as well. Add arena instead of ranked. Arena was just so much fun grinding for points. I enjoyed it so much more instead of ranked. There was siphon. You got points per kill. You actually knew what you were grinding for, instead of now where you're just playing the game, which you could just do in pubs. And the last thing is, yes, Winterfest needs to be peak. If you have any additions for Winterfest, please let me know. I would love to add them to this list. If y'all want to as well, I'll have a chat in my Discord in the hashtag gaming, where basically you can just put in what you want for Winterfest, and we could add this to this list and maybe convince Epic to add some of these items or some of these visual changes. Because overall, it is up to you. You watching this video, you have a say in this OG Fortnite game mode. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed this list. If you have any changes or what shouldn't be in the game, please, I would love to hear your comments down below. Remember, I'm just the middleman. I'm trying to help the community out, so please don't take anything out on me. This is just what the community wanted. But guys, thank you so much for tuning in. It's been your boy Tricky, and I'm out. Peace.